In this video I will share strategy tips with you which I follow to beat the all versus one scenario. This is not a totally fixed scenario, the bot might react differently each time and you might get different blitz rules. But my gameplay should give you a brief idea on what you should seek to do. So first of all, I like to add the initial troops on the territory next to Europe, and usually it's the territory of Middle East. Then in the second turn I look for the easiest way to invade the bot into Europe. So in this case it's the easiest to crush the 17 troops army of the bot in the Western Europe. And then I decided to crush my Middle East army to the bot Southern Europe 95 troops army to weaken it. Because what I want to do is to fortify some more troops to my Eastern European army, so the bot potentially wouldn't crush it. The 95 troops army would have definitely crushed 40 troops army. But now when the bot only has 45 troops next to my 40, the bot might leave them untouched. And as you can see, it fortunately worked out this time. Since Europe wasn't captured, now what I decided to do in this turn is to add some troops to the bottom of Africa and build a bigger army there. Then with the bot fortifying his 351 troop army next to me, I knew that my 40 troops would be definitely crushed. So I decided to move them out from Europe, fortifying these troops on the territory of Greenland. Now what I can see is what I can easily invade the bot through the Western Europe. The Southern Europe border is available also, but I wouldn't like to unleash the bot's biggest army. The next step after invading Europe is to make sure that the bot wouldn't be able to recapture it. So with invading the bot I strengthened my Western European army by fortifying my Greenland troops on it. The key is to really try to prevent the bot from recapturing Europe and Africa. As if it starts to successfully hold them with you not being able to break through any of the borders, then you're basically guaranteed to lose the scenario. The bot fortified 72 troops army next to me, and to make sure that it doesn't get crushed, I decided to move it to the Middle East and then of course fortify some more troops on it to strengthen it. Now I have 3 different options to invade the bot. One of them is to crush the bot's 57 troops on Southern Europe, and I would say that would be a very bad idea when there are 2 other options to invade Europe which would require basically no troops. The thing is that the bot has way more troops than you, so it's extremely important to save your big army to prevent the bot from holding Europe. The bot has a lot of bigger armies, so if you end up having just small armies, then they could very likely get wiped out from the continents you prevent the bot from holding. So this is why I chose to invade the bot from one of the weak borders. I picked Iceland over Western Europe because the bot didn't have any big army next to it, while next to Western Europe there was an army of 57 troops, so my biggest army in the territory of Iceland will be much safer. Now with the bot capturing Asia, obviously I have to invade it. And then obviously I need to move out my biggest army from the bot's 177 troops army, as otherwise my army would get crushed for sure. Then to increase the chances of still holding North America, I decided to crush the bot's army of Kamchatka. Though I'm not sure how of a great decision it was, as now it might be easier for the bot to guard Europe after recapturing it. But luckily everything went alright. I have even 2 easy options to invade the bot into Europe. At this point I think I could afford taking down some more troops of the green player, though it might still be risky looking to the counter of troops. That the bot wouldn't crush my biggest army, but at the same time I would still be accessible to invade Europe. I wanted to put my army on the territory of China at first, but then I noticed the bot's 59 troops army of Siam, so I fortified my biggest army to the territory of Mongolia instead. The bot ended up blocking my army, but with me having a set I'm still able to invade the bot into Europe. One of the mistakes in the last turn was to take down 3 troops territory of the bot in Western Europe, as by me capturing that territory, he ended up splitting his troops there. While if I hadn't captured that territory, then I guess it would have stayed as a weak border. Or if not, then I guess the bot wouldn't have fortified his biggest army next to me in Asia. Now I wanted to fortify my army into Europe, but then I realized that the bot has 5 cards, meaning that it is trading in a set, so for my army to be safe from getting crushed, I fortified it to Middle East instead. And now I can easily invade the bot from North Africa to Western Europe. Now into Iceland. Let's move my army so it wouldn't get crushed. Now let's just strengthen my Icelandic army, I guess. All of my continents were invaded by the bot, so I think I should definitely recapture South America. And then I decided to invade the bot into Australia with my Asian army. Let's fortify my African army to Congo, so it will be more suitable to attack with it. Now I obviously have to invade the bot into Asia. And let's actually leave my army in the Middle East. Now the priority goes to prevent the bot from recapturing Asia. But actually the territory of the Middle East works as a very good territory, not only to prevent the bot from recapturing Asia, but also to be able to invade the bot into Africa and Europe. And now after invading the bot into Australia, let's actually recapture North America. My Icelandic army will prevent the bot from recapturing Europe. Let's bring a smaller army into Africa. Let's invade the bot into Asia and crush a lot of its troops. And in each of the next turns let's just crush the bot as much as possible. The hard part of preventing the bot from holding the continents has been achieved. Now it's the easy part of just crushing the as much as possible and continue doing it until completely wiping it out and finally beating the scenario. And as I said, the bot might react, fortify and attack differently each time you try to beat the scenario, but I gave you a rough idea on what you should do. So with getting some more of the practice and understanding the idea, you should finally start beating the scenario as well.